Hi everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft. Sorry I'm out of breath. I had to take the budgie in another room because as soon as I press record he just starts, so I've moved him upstairs. Right, so I keep getting asked lately if I will do a tutorial on how I do my Foamiran Flowers. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I have to say first of all, I learned most of my techniques from an amazing YouTuber, which is Lady E Designs. Now I'll put the link to her channel. I love watching her. I love her accent. She's got a lovely, like, relaxing voice, and she just makes the most beautifulest flowers I've ever seen. So I'm going to put her link now. The foam I use, I've used a few, and I find the best for me is Crafter's Companion, and as you can see I have stocked up on this because I go through loads of it. There is another one, damn, and I think I forgot the name. Oh, what do you call it again? Craft, oh I don't know. Anyway, I have it, but I think it's too thick. I don't like it. It's okay for some things, but it doesn't shape as well. So I like this Crafter's Companion. I'll put a link for where you can get it at the minute. It is out of stock in quite a lot of places, but people obviously want things to do, don't they, over the next few months, however long it's going to be. So that's what I use, and I've just got a box here, which is what I keep all of my bits and bobs in. Stamens, and I also invested in the Crafter's Companion. It's like a kit, you get like 3 of them, and you got this really deep foam mat, which is really good for shaping your flowers. But if you don't have it, you don't need it. Don't think you have to just buy it for this. And I've got tweezers that I use quite a bit. Now what I colour mine in with is these, which are GELATOES from Faber-Castell. Now you can use inks, anything you want, but I've tried quite a few things and I agree, because Lady E uses these, and I remember I watched one of her videos ages ago and she was using it, and I thought, oh, I've got one of them in the drawer from about a year ago. And I took it out and I used it, and I thought, oh, what a difference. I don't know, I just really like them. I think they give a lovely soft realistic effect. They don't stain your hands, and it doesn't evaporate when you put it on the iron, because you'll need an iron. Just your normal iron, what you iron your clothes with, will do. And I find when you use like inks, you put them on and the colour just kind of evaporates away sometimes, but it doesn't with these. So I'll put a link to these if you're interested, but they last for ages, and you can use them on card as well. Anything, you can do all sorts with these, but I love these for the Foamiran Flowers. So that is that. I'll just get this out the way. As I say, you are going to need an iron. Now this is an iron, it's a craft iron. You don't need a craft iron, and I'm only using it because I got it free a few years ago. Sticks2 sent me this for free, so I'm using this, but you just use any iron that you have. A hot glue gun. So I'm just going to quickly plug this iron in because I didn't want to burn myself while I was showing you it. Right, so that's the iron in, and I keep it laying down flat. It does have a handle, but I took it off so I can lay it flat just to put the flowers on, and I've just got these on a rubber mat. Okay, now I'm going to show you. This is a Foamiran flower here, and I mainly use white for the bigger flowers. The smaller flowers I like to use the coloured because it's less to fiddle about with. This one here, this is beautiful, and then you can also add little die cut leaves. You could cut them out of foam or paper, like that one's cut out of paper, and I've showed loads of them on Facebook lately, loads and loads of them. So if you don't follow us on there, all the links will be under the description. Now dyes, I just want to show you quickly these today. I just received these today. I ordered them from Lady E because she has her own collection of dyes, and these are the kind of things she makes. They're absolutely stunning, honestly, they really are. So I ordered that from her, so that came this morning. And the ones I've been using, they're from Alina Crafts. They are from AliExpress. They're Crafter's Companion. Just ignore the names on the top because they're not all right. They're Crafter's Companion, and that makes these beautiful ones, or whatever. You don't have to make that, you can do other things. Just fold them different ways or do different things. This is a Rosy Owl. I bought this from a lady on Facebook, as well as them brown ones. They're from eBay, and they make beautiful tiny little ones. Again, Rosy Owl, I bought them on Facebook. Now, this flower today is this die here, which came in a set from In Love Arts. Do you remember when I used to work with them? They still sell it, so I'll put the link. But this makes a beautiful flower, which is this one. And I just love this flower. So I just raided my stash a few weeks ago, and I thought, oh, I wonder what that'll look like, and I use it a lot now. So just raid what you've got. You don't have to go out and buy dyes specifically for this. You can just use what you've got. So we're going to make this. So what I do is I take the foam and I put it in 4, because you can cut through 4 layers at once. So I've cut this out. This is 3 times it's gone through, and I'll layer my flowers up 4 in one flower, so I get 3 of these flowers out of one sheet, which is not a lot, but you do go through it if you use it a lot like me. So I've cut my flowers out. Obviously we won't need all of these because we will have 4 layers, so you just want to separate it. Okay, you've got your 4 layers there, and I use that to make one flower. Right, now I'm just going to get, excuse me, get this little rubber mat. So what I do is today I have picked red cherry, and I've got buttercream, which is going to be for my centre. So I use these little dabbers. You can use any kind of little sponges that you use, you know, anything at all. And then I don't think I've used this colour before, so I take the gelato, or if you're using ink, that's fine, your distress inks, anything really, and I just rub it on. And then all I do is I just go over the leaves, petals, not leaves. And then I'm going to show you, this is what I learned this off Lady E as well. She, a lot of the time, she just does 3 petals, and actually it looks beautiful. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, and then the last one, all I do with this is I just actually take the gelato and just directly put it on, because she can, and that's given me my lovely little yellow centre. I love these things. Right, and I need a little bit more for the petals, just checking that iron's hot. Right, there's my flower coloured. So as you can see, this is quite time consuming. You can have worked for like 5 hours and only have a handful. You know, that's the way it is. It's time consuming. Right, now I need to try and get this over here without burning myself to show you what happens when we put this on the iron. You can see that there. I'll just move this down a little bit. Right, so take my flower and I just use this to get them off, whatever you've got, a little pokey tool. And all you want to do is just drop it on the iron, and you're going to see, can you see it's starting to lift up and shrink? Then I take it off, and then I'm going to fold the petals over, and I'm going to fold again, and I'm just going to basically wrap them all up like this, and then I'm going to twist them. Okay, and then I just roll them in my hand like this, and then you're going to open it up, and it's just going to be a little shriveled thing, and that's what you want to make them look more realistic. So again, on there, and then just lift it off. And this is at the stage where you could do something completely different with this. You don't have to do this. If you do, I can, well, yeah, I've got some spare ones, so I'll show you in a minute what I mean. And just roll it round, and then open it up. And basically, this is what you do. It's not hard, it's just, you'll probably make them, and in the beginning, like me, you'll just think, oh, that's horrible, and just chuck it in the bin. But you've got to keep going and just keep trying, and then you will end up getting a flower and thinking, oh wow, that's beautiful, and then you'll make more, and you'll just learn your own little way, because this is what works for me. Somebody else might do it completely different, but that's their choice. There's no hard and fast rule how to do it. The same basics apply, but how you get your, your shapes and things is whatever works best for you. So that's all I'm doing. Now when I'm rolling this, can you see, I am not rolling the whole flower. I'm concentrating on the tip of the petals, right? I don't really want to scrunch the bottom up, because then it's going to take you ages to get it out and get it straight. You can see there, I'm only really concentrating on rolling the ends. We don't need, so don't put it in your hand and just roll the whole thing, because then it is just going to be a scrunched up mess. What I meant by that was, here's just a white one here, I'll show you. Now if I put this on here now, okay, now I could have a completely different flower by just having it like this, okay, and then putting another one in and another one in, and you would end up with something like that. So it's what you do to them, I suppose, that determines what the flowers are like. Right, oh, there's that. Okay, so now just got this little black mat. Now what we need to do is just straighten this out a little bit. So let's have a look. So if you take some kind of tool, and around about the middle of the petal, you just want to start and pull it round and shape it. Not the tip, because you want that tip to be wrinkled so it looks more realistic. Do you see? This is why you don't want to be scrunching up the base of them, because you're going to have to straighten all that out, and it's going to take ages. So it's really just the tips you want to be scrunching. And then, can you see how you've smoothed that out there? Now you can also do it with your fingers. So if you take the middle, and if you just gently pull it round, do you see? So you don't always need tools and things. You can use your fingers as well. It just depends. Can you see? So the middle, roughly the middle of the petal, you want to be straight pulling that a little bit to get that petal shape, rather than just a scrunched up flower. Okay, And then the last one, which is the top, because we've put the little yellow centre in, so that'll be our top flower. Just stretch it round, and if you rip it, you rip it, but it is a bit tougher than you would think. Now, you can just press them in the middle if you want, and then I'm going to take the hot glue gun, okay, and I'm going to put, oh, and I haven't even turned the damn thing on. Oh, great. We're going to have to wait a minute for it to heat up. So what we will do is when we get the glue on them, we will just offset the petals. Do you see? We'll just offset them like that, and then like that, and then we will end up with our really sweet little flower. And then stamens, I'm going to put these ones in. So for them you will need a wire. Now I got these from eBay and they're really thin, but they're perfect, and you get quite a lot of use out of one of them because you can keep using it. So I can't find me wire cutters, but anyway, it's only thin, so I'm just going to snip a bit off, and that's what I've got, just a little piece of wire. Right, so let's see if this glue gun is heated up. Probably not yet. I can't believe I forgot to turn that on. Oh, it's not quite ready. But as we're waiting, I've got these two little flowers here, and you don't even really have to do a lot to these at all. So say if we just put a little bit of ink just on the edges of the little petals. Okay, then we can put some yellow in one of them, and then when we put these on the iron, oh, I've moved it away, but basically you just drop it on, and I'll show you when I get it off. You can see that just curls up straight away like that. So then you can just put it on your mat, just press it in the middle, and there you've got a lovely little flower that you don't really have to do anything with, because it just basically curls straight up on the iron. Okay, and then you can just offset them, and then you've got some gorgeous little flowers, which took a minute to do. Right, okay, sorry, the camera went off there. So right, it's ready. So we'll put a dab of glue in the middle, and then I'm going to take a petal and just offset it. Okay, I just need to grab a glue stick. Oh no, I just don't think it's quite hot yet. A bit more glue in the middle of there. Offset that again. Okay. Bit more glue in the middle. This is how I do mine. You might do yours different. And then offset that. And then I just press down. There we go. And then for our stamens, if you just pop a hole in the middle of the flower, okay, take your wire and your stamens, and then I just put the wire in and wrap the stamens around, and then I can put that straight through the middle of the flower. Okay, and then I just pull it through, and then you can arrange them however you want. And then what I do is I just snip it off so they're sticking out the bottom a little bit, then take the hot glue gun and just glue around the bottom of the stamen, and then it won't come out. And there is our beautiful flower. Now these little ones here, just a tiny bit of glue in the middle, just offset that, and then with these ones you can just put like a little pearl or something in the middle. And there we go, that's how I make them. Isn't that beautiful? And then if you want us to come on and show you how to make, you know, other kinds, I'll quite happily do that. But yeah, that is how I make my Foamiran flowers. So thanks for watching. I'll put as many links as I can under the video. If you've got any questions or anything like that, just drop us a message or on here. Also tomorrow I am doing a Facebook Live at 1 PM, which is GMT time. We're going to make paper flowers. So yeah, I hope you can join for that. It's on my Facebook page. You'll find the link under here. Make sure you like and subscribe. Not subscribe, but follow. Otherwise you won't see us going live if you don't follow it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care and bye for now.